This brings us to agenda item 6, discuss and act on the sheriff's remodel project and all related issues. Commissioner Stacy.
This one we're going to turn over to Niko for him to give us a report.
Good morning, Commissioners and Judge New. The Rockwall Sheriff Office renovation remains on budget. We are roughly $2.6 million spent in construction costs. That gets us through March, the end of March. Today we'll vote on PCO 16, 17, 18, and 21. We've had many obstacles on this project that we're currently facing. We are almost done identifying costs to each one of those changes. So very soon, in the next court in April, we'll be able to report on exactly what those are with an official change order to the contractor. Now that the sheriff office has temporarily relocated off-site, our construction schedule is now independent of the furniture procurement. So the implications of getting furniture is no longer a concern for the construction delivery. And we can now accurately report on the schedule, which has been delayed by permitting, equipment procurement, as well as some structural coordination issues, of which we believe to be a shared responsibility among the project team. That being said, we have a new target date of substantial completion, September 2nd. And we'll issue an amendment and a change order on the next court to capture that change. As far as update on the project, procurement-wise, all electrical gears, lighting fixtures have been received. The furniture proposal has also been received. We're working through the kinks on that, and that will be on the next court as well, or at least that is the intent. Storefronts and pass-through windows, we still got about 4 weeks before those come in, but those are kind of the notable long lead items. Quality control-wise, I'd mentioned the obstacles we've been facing recently on the project. Two of the most notable ones, AC unit cassette tapes, or cassette units that are in work area A. We received SI6, which was a design change last week. There is a small revision coming we're hoping to have next week that will completely identify path forward on that issue. The other issue was the generator programming, which we'll have a response through SI7, which we hope to have at the end of this week. Construction-wise, we've been working on setting AC units on the roof, AC startup, installing lights, electrical trim out. By trim out, that means like the outlet face covers and switch covers and things of that nature. Finishing and finalizing power and data runs back to the panels themselves, installing doors and painting. In the next few weeks, we'll be working on installing ceiling tiles, refrigerant lines for those AC cassettes that will be installed, and then storefronts, flooring and base, and demolition. That's all I have for update. Any questions?
I have some questions. Who is the job site superintendent? Who's?
Jonas Lovett.
Okay. Do you know, you're not on site daily, are you?
I am weekly, not every day.
Okay. Is Jonas on site daily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you get me an audit of how long he's on? Is there a sign-in sheet? Do we sign in, or is there some mechanism?
His subcontractors sign in, but I don't know that he does per se, but I can look into that for you.
All right. So and the reason I ask, it seems to me that there's some issues that could be remedied with some on-site management that that the sheriff's department is having to step in and say, that's not right, or this isn't right, which historically should be the superintendent's job to direct the subcontractor. So I just want to know, I want a good idea of how long he's on site. Because, you know, spending 3 decades or so in the construction business, I know when times are good, superintendents are required to deal with 3 or 4 jobs. And when times are bad, superintendents are required to deal with 3 or 4 jobs. So I just want to make sure we're getting our time, because it seems like some things are kind of sliding through the cracks there. So if you would get me that audit, Niko, I'd
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
I understand your concern, yep.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Niko? All right, thank you, sir.
Yep.
That will take us to agenda item 7, discuss and act on approving prime contract change order numbers 16, 17, 18, and 21 to the agreement with SCI Construction for the Rockwall County Sheriff Office renovation project and all related issues. Commissioner Stacy.
Yeah, I have a kind of a short presentation to walk through what all these change orders are, so give me 1 second.
Just for clarity, I did notice on this agenda item, it says prime contract change order. That will actually be, the next court will be the prime contract change order. This is just, these are
Potential.
proposed change orders with the subcontractor, yep.
So I just kind of wanted to walk through what we've done. So the first potential change order is to redo the entryway. When we got to looking at what that would look like, you would walk into a really nice entryway, and then you would have a bunch of masonry. It would look like an outside of a building. So what we're doing is we're tearing the masonry down and putting drywall up so it looks like a cohesive entrance. This is a steel beam for the AC units, kind of a necessary thing that we're having to do. 18 is updating the exterior sign. So there was no exterior signage update in the original scope, but kind of looking at what that entrance would really look like, the sheriff's office picked out a new sign to go on the outside of the building. And then 21 adds a bunch of finished out drywall in the old jail area. This was hard to predict until we kind of started seeing the work, but this allows it so that when you walk back there, it looks like it was on purpose. We're just evening out some walls. We're covering up some old pass-through windows. I mean, this is an old concrete jail, so we're trying to make it look like a cohesive space. So I just kind of wanted y'all to kind of outline what this is, and the reason is because I think the next court, we're probably going to have 2 or 3. They're going to be very complicated and very large. So I just wanted to kind of walk through what we're doing, how this is looking, and why we made the changes and the recommendations that we did. And so this is an old building, and so when you look at when you look at the obstacles that we're running into, it's because there's not a lot of people to go into an old concrete jail and try to make it look like office space. So we are working through those issues diligently. And as Niko said, we are still performing under budget. The schedule has been changed, which is just part of us running into some serious obstacles as we look at redoing this. Some of the main ones being, the consolidation of the IT room. Because this building was functional, there were a couple of places that we did IT, so consolidating it all to one room makes more sense for the long term, but is very costly in the short term. So there's just a few things that we've run into some serious just redesign. That's what SI is. It's a redrawing. It's an architectural drawing. So we are waiting on pricing for SI6 and then waiting on pricing for SI7. And then that puts us to the point where we are kind of on the downhill. We're not through the journey, but we're on the downhill side of this remodel project. So,
Any question? Nope. Are we looking for a motion?
yes.
Do we need to include the totals for these change orders? I mean, I know we've got it in our packet.
No, I don't think we do.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion that we approve change orders 16, 17, 18, and 21 for the sheriff remodel project.
Got a motion by Commissioner Galano,
I'll second that motion.
second by Commissioner Lichty. Any further questions or comments? If you'll register your votes now, please. Passes 5-0.